Running King, because every time I stop to think about what I have to tell you, I feel like going back. One time a voice kept saying, "You fool, don't you know that you're walking straight into trouble?" And then another voice, "Yes, but if you let someone else get the news to Crayon first, it will be even worse than for you." But good sense wore out. At least I hope it was good sense, but here I am with a story that makes no sense at all. But I'll tell you anyhow, because as they say, what's going to happen's going to happen. And come to the point, what have you to say? I did not do it. I did not see who did it. You must not punish me for something that someone else has done.
A comprehensive defense. More effective, perhaps, if I knew its purpose. Come, what is it?
A dreadful thing. I don't know how to put it.
Out with it.
The dead man, Polynices, out there. Someone? New dust on the slimy flesh.
And the man who dared do this?
Where I do not know. You must believe me. Listen, the ground was dry. No sign of digging. No, not a wheel track in the dust. No trace of anyone. It was when they relieved us this morning. And one of them, the corporal, pointed to it. There it was, the strangest. Look, the body was just mounted over with light dust, you see. Not buried, really, but as if they just covered it. Just enough for the ghost's peace. No sign of any dogs or any wild animals that could have been there. And then, what a scene there was. Every man of us accusing the other. We all proved that the other man did it. We all had proof that we could not have done it. We're ready to take hot iron in our hands, walk through fire, swear by all the gods. It was not I. I don't know who did it, but it was not I. And then, when this came to nothing, someone said a thing that silenced us and made us look down to the ground. You had to be told. And one of us had to do it. We threw dice, and the bad luck fell on me. So here I am, no happier to be here than you are to have me. Nobody likes the man who brings bad news.
I have been wondering, King, can it be that the gods have done this?
Stop. Must you daughter and Rex be out of your head entirely? The gods. Intolerable. The gods favored this corpse. Why? How had he served them? Tried to loot their temples, burn their images. Yes, and the whole state and its laws with it. Is it your senile opinion that the gods love to honor bad men? A pious thought. No, from the very beginning there have been those who have whispered together. Stiff-necked anarchists putting their heads together, scheming against me in alleys. These are the men. And they have bribed my own guard to do this thing. Money. There's nothing in this world so demoralizing as money. Down go your cities. Home gone, men gone, honest hearts corrupted. Crookedness of all kinds, and all from money. But you, I swear by God and by the throne of God, that the man who has done this shall pay for it. Find him, bring him here, or your death will be the least of your problems. I'll string you up alive, and there will be certain ways to make you discover your employer before you die. And the process may teach you a lesson you seem to have missed. The dearest profit is sometimes all too dear. That depends on the source. Do you understand me? A fortune won is often misfortune.
King, may I speak?
Your very voice distresses me.
Are you sure it's my voice and not your conscience?
My God, he wants to analyze me now.
It is not what I say, but what has been done that hurts you?
You talk too much.
Maybe, but I've done nothing.
Sold your soul for some silver, that's all you've done.
How dreadful it is when the right judge judges you wrong.
Your figures of speech entertain me now, but unless you bring me the man, you will get little profit from them in the end.
Bring him the man. I'd like nothing better than bringing him the man. But bring him or not, you have seen the last of me here. At any rate, I'm safe. Here's the one who did it. We caught her in the very act of her burying him. Where's Crayon?
What has happened? Why are you back so soon?
Oh, King, a man should never be too sure of anything. I would have sworn that you'd not see me here again. Your anger frightened me so. The things you said threatened me with. But how could I tell then that I'd be able to solve the case so soon? No dice throwing this time. I was only too glad to come. Here is this woman. She is the guilty one. We found her trying to bury him. Take her, question her, judge her as you will. I am through with the whole thing now, and glad of it.
But this is Antigone. Why have you brought her here?
She's burying him, I tell you.
Is this the truth?
I saw her with my own eyes. Can I say more?
The details come. Tell quickly.
It was like this. After those terrible threats of yours, King, we went back and brushed the dust away from the body. The flesh was soft by now and stinking, so we sat on half of the windward and kept guard. No napping this time. We kept each other awake, but nothing happened until the white round sun whirled in the center of the round sky over us. Then suddenly a storm of dust roared up from the earth and the sky went out. The plain vanished with all its trees and the stinking dark. We closed our eyes and endured it. The whirlwind lasted a long time. Then we looked, and there was Antigone. I have seen a mother bird come back to its struck nest, heard her crying bitterly a broken note or two for the young one stolen. Just so when this girl found the bare corpse and all her love's work wasted, she wept and cried on heaven and the damned hands that had done this thing. And then she brought more dust and sprinkled wine 3 times for her brother's ghost. And we ran and took her at once. She was not afraid, not even when we charged her with what she had done. She denied nothing. And this was comfort to me and some uneasiness, for it's a good thing to escape from death. But it's no great pleasure to bring death to a friend. Yet I always say, there's nothing so comfortable as your own safe skin.
And you, Antigone, with your head hanging, you confess this thing?
I do. I deny nothing.
You may go. Tell me briefly how you heard my proclamation touching this matter. It was public. Could I help hearing it? And yet you dared defy it.
I dared. That was not God's proclamation. That final justice that rules the world below makes no such laws. Your edict, King, was strong, but all your strength is weakness itself against the immortal and unrecorded laws of God. They were not merely, they were and they shall be operative forever by man utterly. I knew I must die, even without your decree. I am only mortal, and if I must die now before it is my time to die, surely there will be no hardships. Can anyone living this life I live, with evil all around me, think of death as anything less than a friend? This death of mine is of no importance, and if I was to leave my brother in death unburied, I should have suffered, and now I do not. You smile at me, Crayon. Think of me a fool if you wish, but it may as well be that a fool convicts me of folly.
Like father, like daughter, both headstrong, deaf to reason. She has never learned to yield.
She has much to learn. The inflexible heart breaks first. The toughest iron cracks first, and the wildest horses bend their necks at the pull of the smallest earth. Pride in a slave? This girl is guilty of a double insolence, breaking the laws and boasting of it. Who is the man here? She or I? And this crime goes unpunished. Sister's child, or more than a sister's child, or closer yet in blood. She and her sister win better death for this. Go, some of you. Arrest Ismini. I accuse her equally. Bring her. You will find her sniffling in the house there. Her mind's a traitor. Crimes kept in the dark. Cry for light, and the guardian brain shudders. But how much worse is this? Is brazen boasting or barefaced anarchy?
Crayon, what more do you want than my death?
Nothing. That gives me everything.
This talking is a great weariness. Your words are distasteful to me, and I am sure mine seems so to you. And yet that should not seem so, for I deserve praise and honor for what I have done. All these men here would praise me if their lips were not frozen shut with fear of you. Ah, the good fortune of kings, license to say and do whatever they please.
You are alone in that opinion.
They are here with me, and their tongues are leashed.
Maybe, but you are guilty and they are not.
There's no guilt in reverence for the dead.
But Eotocles, was he not your brother too?
My brother too.
Do you insult his memory?
The dead man would not say I insulted.
He would, for you to honor a traitor as much as him.
My brother, traitor or not, equal in blood.
He made war on this country. Eotocles defended it.
Nevertheless, all honors are due to the dead.
But not the same for the wicked as for the just.
Ah, Crayon, who can deem who the gods call wicked?
An enemy is an enemy, even dead.
It is my nature to join in love, not hate.
Go join them if you must. Go love. Go find it in hell.